everybody, it's Vincent. Thank you for checking out my channel if you haven't before. Today we are going to be talking about the movie Max Steel. It was directed by Stewart Hendler and written by Christopher Yost. Never heard of him. I was not going to make a review of this, but I randomly saw it on YouTube one day for free. So I'm going to review it. To go over the plot real quick, the story is about a young boy, teenager, named Max McGrath. My pen. Max McGrath and his mom move back home, and Max starts having some weird stuff happening to him. He starts gaining weird powers, and stuff starts flying out of his hands and body, and that was my father yelling at a football game. So yeah, and right before he's about to blow up, this little robot guy named Steel comes to save his life, and I guess that Max's dead father created Steel when he was alive. Basically, the two of them together form to become Max Steel. This is a American science fiction, action, and superhero movie in that genre. Yeah, plain and simple, I didn't like this movie. The movie is based off of a TV show on Cartoon Network made by Mattel Toys that I actually did like. I liked the ideas and the idea of this type of hero in the actual cartoon, but I just didn't think they executed it very well in the movie. A few things that bugged me about the movie. One was the villain. Right when he walks on screen, you could kind of tell he's the villain right from the very beginning. It was very obvious, and he kind of was a crappy villain. He didn't have much character, and I didn't really have a lot of reason to hate him. It was just kind of like he was titled the villain, and so Max has to fight him in the end for no reason. Then they also have these monsters called Ultralinks, and in the TV show the monsters are a big deal. But in the movie, they only showed one of them, and it was literally for like a minute. Like, Max fought it for a minute, and that was it. And I was kind of disappointed there, because in the show, they're really cool. And they're like pretty much the main villains in the show, but in this movie, they were not. Another thing I hated was Max's love interest. She was weird. She just kind of popped out of nowhere randomly all the time. It was almost like they were forcing her to become a part of the story. She really had no purpose of being in it at all. I couldn't fall in love with their relationship. Another thing, Max is a terrible hero. He makes decisions that any normal person would just kind of question. He kind of is a coward in a lot of the movie, and at the end when he is fighting the main villain, he doesn't use any of his newfound abilities. Literally, Steel, the little robot guy, little alien, tells him that he has all these abilities. They start training and all this stuff, and then in the end, when he's set out to fight the villain, he doesn't use any of them. So that bugged me. Only part of the movie I actually liked, and the only character, was Steel. I thought he was literally the only character with character. I found him to be kind of entertaining. I wish he alone had his own movie. I would go watch that. But every other character I thought was dry. There was no character development either with Max or his lady friend, so yeah. Another thing that was annoying was the camera and just where they positioned the camera. It made it really hard to keep up with what was happening in the movie, and it just got confusing. Like, I actually thought the camera was too shaky at points where they were looking at certain devices and Max's suit. And they just didn't stay on it long enough for a viewer to even know what's happening. Also, the suit. In the show, in the cartoon series, his suit is a big deal, and he has multiple versions of his suit that adapts to what type of environment he's going into or what type of fighting he needs to do. But in the movie, they only had one suit, and they only showed it twice, I think. I don't know. But the movie was bad, poorly written. I have to give this movie kind of a low rating. I think it could appeal to a younger generation, but definitely not like above 15. But anyway, that is my review of Max Steel. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see any more videos that I am uploading in the future, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.